Hello and welcome to this review of Jethro T Boots, Kentucky's finest. It's a bold claim. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, genuine sour mash, aged perfection. Crafted in the time-honored tradition. Town Marshall says produced and bottled by the Legacy Distilling Company, Louisville, Kentucky. 40% alcohol by volume, 750 milliliter bottle. I bought this today at CVS Pharmacy. It says right here, intended for sale at CVS Pharmacy. Then there's a number you can call if you find it somewhere else. Maybe you get a reward. Okay, Jethro Titus Boots, 1841 to 1921. Lived to be 60 years old, I guess, if he made it to his birth date. And they talk about he was a lawman, entrepreneur, connoisseur of fine whiskey. You might say, I never heard of Jethro T Boots, but I've seen that bottle design before, haven't you? With Benchmark, McAfee's Old No. 8 Benchmark Bourbon, Ancient Age, Canadian Hunter Rye, and others. Yes, this is a standard Buffalo Trace bottle for some of their products, many of their products. And that is telling us that this is made by Buffalo Trace for CVS Pharmacy for the past few years. Good number of years. So, cracking it open. There are some video reviews for it. There's no age statement, which means it's aged at least 4 years in new charred oak barrels, and it's sour mash bourbon. I did do a review. I did a examination with William Kepley years ago. Then I did taste challenges. Well, I got a whole new lineup of bourbon, so I'm going to do taste challenges with this versus the new Crew. Now you can see it's very light, so they're obviously using a low level char, not a number 4 char, maybe a number 1 char. That's the lowest char level. 1 lightly charred, 2, 3, and then 4 is the alligator char, heavily charred. You might hear him talking over there on the phone. You might hear them over there at the football stadium through those woods and fields across the railroad track where they're having a scrimmage, not even a preseason game, just a formalized practice session. So very light amber. This is made for CVS Pharmacy only. Okay, like to say on the tag, it's not made for any other store. It's a contract with them, between them and Buffalo Trace, meaning Sazerac, the Sazerac company, or as they say on the bottle, the Legacy Distilling Company. Okay. Sazerac has dozens and dozens of alias names. County Line Distilling, the Founders Company, Legacy Distilling, Buffalo Trace, the Sazerac Company, and so forth. It's been a long time since I've had this. Oh, and the price. Well, I bought it because I said, at this price point, why pass it up? It's not the greatest thing, but for $8, no. I'm going to give you the after-tax price. After I paid tax, the sales tax, the total price, final price was $9.86. $9.86 after tax. I think it was cheaper years ago when I bought it. Even with this inflationary period, it's cheaper now. I don't know how they can make any money over there at CVS Pharmacy with this kind of stuff, but they had a lot of bottles. Now you got to have the CVS account to get that price, but it's nothing to fill it out. They send you emails. It's no effort to do it, and you're gonna save. The girl said today, the cashier, you saved $2 on this purchase with your CVS card. I said, that's good. Okay, so it would have, without that, it would have been 11.86. Still cheap. We're talking about final price. All right, let's go. It's light vanilla, light oak, lightly charred oak, sweet corn, just standard. I mean, so many of these inexpensive bourbons are standard, but people could interpret that as somehow bad or nasty or whatever, and they're none of those things. I mean, you could say, well, they're run of the mill. I bet you the one from Albertsons, Albertsons, Jewel Osco. Oh, they must have 24 different brand store chains, Amigos, but it's all the same products. Samuel Grant, same bottle. You know, it's made for them. Might be the. I'm not gonna say the same recipe, a similar recipe. It'll be $9.99 plus tax at this time. That's gonna go up. It's gonna be the same thing. I've never had Samuel Grant, but I'm sure it's gonna be the same thing. Like, you know, kind of standard, ordinary. The Winn-Dixie bourbon, aged 3 years, from the Sazerac Company. Now this one has no age statement, so we know it's aged at least 4 years. So they do vary. Yeah, smells fine. Okay, taste, cheers. It's very light. And if you are a person, and some people are this way, they find bourbon a little harsh, too charcoal, too charred oak. This one might appeal to you because it's very light. The body is light. The finish is light. You know what I mean? Like, it's just slow, mellow closeout. Doesn't linger too long. Light and mellow corn grits. A little touch of vanilla, the slightest bit of charred oak. So, is this the lightest tasting bourbon I've ever had? No, but it's one of them, and if you want to say the blandest in the bland range, okay, you know, a little bit like that. If bold is what you want, it's not going to be bold. Now, ancient age, which is actually going to cost you more after you pay tax, ancient age is 3-year aged. This is at least 4 years. It's just corn, like unsalted popcorn. I don't want to say corn bread, but just corn. Probably yellow corn grits. I would doubt they're using white corn, but if you want something elaborate, exotic, fantastic, no. I think the Redemption High Rye was the blandest I had. The Redemption High Rye didn't have enough mint. It was barely rye oriented. It was only aged a year. It said it aged at least 1 year. It was just, and it was overpriced, and I was not I didn't hate it. There was nothing bad about it, nothing off-putting. It was just nothing attractive about it. This one has some redeeming qualities, but it doesn't have too many redeeming qualities because it just doesn't present a whole lot. You say, but $9.86 after tax. It was $8.99 plus tax here in this area. That's a great deal. It is a great deal, but it's not going to give you a great deal of character. So if you like more, and most people I know, believe me, in Louisiana, you think everybody eats spicy food with a lot of character. Wrong. Most people I know eat bland food with almost no character, so they probably would love this. It is 80 proof though, so don't let the smoothness fool you. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Jethro T boots. Final score. I'm gonna have to pour some more. I gotta pour some more. I gotta go crazy for the photo. It's not gonna do too well in the taste challenge. It's just gonna be overwhelmed by the bolder flavors. But score. I'm gonna give it an 82. It's a B minus. It's like marginally good. It's 80, 81, 82. I call that marginally good B minus. But it's at the upper end of marginally good. You know what I'm saying? I could give it an 80, but it's an 82. It's pleasant, but kind of vacant in some ways. Now you might, as a counterpoint, you might say, what do you expect for $9.86 after tax? I expect something like this. I wasn't expecting, a whole lot. Now, you can get some from the same company, Buffalo Trace, that have more excitement to them. You might pay $1 or $2 more. I mean, you're really dealing with the same low-level pricing. Like 10 High, it has natural flavors added now. They've started doing that. It's blended bourbon. It's got a little bit more flavor, though, honestly. I mean, if you don't have a problem with the natural flavors and the blended bourbon aspect of it, it does have more flavor. Kentucky Tavern started doing that. I guess Sazerac moved it over from straight bourbon to blended with natural flavors added. They had to, because you can't do it straight. And well, I can't comment on that. I only had the straight version of it. But 10 High. Trying to think of the other one. There was another one I had from them. The other one, they have a little bit more flavor, so you might want to go with those. But it's fine. 82, B minus. It's marginally good, and you're paying a marginal price. So there you go. So, oh well. Next we'll do Jethro T boots bottled and bond. No, I don't think that exists. So all right, so laissez-les, bon temps relais, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Buffalo Trace Distillery and take a tour. I have done that, and it's a great tour, and it's free, and you get free samples, and the parking's free. Everything's free. Now, of course, naturally, you're going to go to the gift shop at the end of the tour, but after all of that, you're going to want to buy gifts. You're going to want to pay for stuff, because it's a great deal. All right, thank you.